Okay, let's start today's lesson. uh, so today's first character. Today gonna start a new unit, which is chemistry. Uh, so we're gonna go through common elements and compounds. Okay. Um, Now those characters are specifically created for that substance. Okay, and a lot of them actually rather new um, in the history. Okay, just like in English, and these English words are also created new as those elements and compounds uh, were discovered. Okay, although uh, some of them are very old, like things um, like a carbon, like not steel but iron, yeah, iron and copper. These things. These things are people discovered a long time ago. So these characters are very old, but a lot of them are pretty new. Okay, so let's go through them. So first one is 钾. Okay, 钾, potassium. Okay, potassium. This is a metal. Looks like this. Okay, potassium. And next one. So I'm gonna go through this rather quickly. So this is just a these characters are specifically mapped to that substance. Okay, there's no other meaning whatsoever. Okay, so these are very simple, and the creation of the structure of these characters are also simple. Usually has a radical on the left, indicating what kind of substance. Like if it's a metal, then on the left hand side it will have a metal radical, and then on the right hand side usually is a character to for its pronunciation. Okay, so for example, this 钾 is a metal, so have a metal radical on the left, and then on the right hand side is the character of 钾. So this, yeah, this is very simple. I'm not gonna go through the etymologies because this is so simple. Okay, so 钾. Next one is Na. Na is sodium. Okay, sodium. It looks like this. Now the pure metal, all these elements, I mean, to the common people's eyes, I'm not sure you can distinguish them. They all look alike. Okay. I mean, the metal has this shiny surface. Okay. So this is not sodium, which is a very important element, and people actually need this in quite a bit. Okay, and yeah, so potassium and sodium, it's you need it for sustained life. Like if you sweat too much, then that you need to uh, you need to restore that very quickly. Otherwise, it's gonna be in trouble. Okay, so this is sodium. Now, same thing. So metal radical on the left and the Ne, Ne on the right. Okay, it's a Ne to represent sound. Next one, Gai, calcium. Okay, so again, this is a very important element in our bones. Okay, so this is a metal. It looks like this, shiny. The shine feels like more like aluminum. Okay, that's Gai, calcium, right? And then on the right hand side is 乞丐的丐, which is means beggar. So that has nothing to do with beggar. It just use this for sound. Okay. Next one is 镁. 镁is magnesium. magnesium looks like this. Okay, magnesium. Now this one, I think these are also an essential element for people's body. And so there's vitamins in vitamin pills, has this component in there. And then also this one is important, I think, for alloys. Okay, aluminum alloys, things like that. Okay, so this is magnesium. Next one, aluminum. Okay, aluminum, of course, is an important industry resource. Okay, we produce lots of aluminum alloys for lots of things because this is a light. Okay, it shine looks like this. Okay, aluminum. 铝. So on the right hand side is the character of 铝. Like Mei, it's the character of Mei for pronunciation. Okay, so this is very simple. Next one is 锌. 锌is zinc. Okay, zinc. Now zinc is also a essential element for human body. Okay. So this one it says the pure zinc has a little bit blue shine to it. Okay. So although this picture, it's you can't hardly see, but the description said it has a good kind of blue shine. So this is zinc. Okay. Now this zinc, oftentimes, a lot of time they coat it on outside the steel. Okay, outside the steel as a protection layer. Okay, protection layer. And because this is does not like steel can be rusted easily. Okay, so this is not, and so they actually were coated outside the steel to protect it. Okay, so this is zinc. On the right hand side is the character for 锌 for pronunciation. Next one is 硒. 硒is tin. Sternum. Okay, tin. So tin is the common words. Sternum is the official name for the element. And 硒. So this is when people actually discovered this quite earlier. So this character is quite old. Okay. So this is 硒. Okay. Looks like this. Okay. And so this one oftentimes they used as a element solder for electronics. Okay. So and because its melting point is pretty low. Okay. But in normal temperature it's hard. Okay. So this is 硒. So this one on the right hand side is the character of 硒. It's also for pronunciation. Next one is 铅. 铅 is lead. That's a common word, but the official name for the element is plumbum. Okay, lead, and in Chinese it's 铅. So this element is also discovered quite earlier. Okay, so it's a heavy dark metal. Okay, it looks like this. And next one, gang, steel. Now steel is not an element, it's an alloy. Okay, it's alloys. It's steel and carbon put together. Okay, steel and carbon put together. And so when they do that, so the property is better than just iron. Okay, so steel is it's harder and it's also tougher. Okay, not easily to break. And so here's a picture of steel. Okay. So these are steel pipes. Okay. Now steel is, of course, is a very important industrial material, and it's very very ubiquitous. The usage. Okay, and so the amount of production, right? The production capacity of this thing called steel is pretty much a indication of a country's industrial power. Okay, so this steel, 钢. Now this one has a another pronunciation called 杠 杠. Another pronunciation 杠. Now this one it used as a verb, which means that you sharpen your knives on stone, on cloth, or on leather. Okay, and to make it sharper. Okay, and so it's this act of sharpening steel knife is called 杠. Okay. Next one is T. T is antimony. Okay, antimony. And so this official name for the element is stibonium. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Yeah. Stubbornly. Yeah. Okay. Antimony. Okay. T. All right. So this is also it actually used in producing special alloys. Okay. So this is like a silvery shining metal. T. Okay. And so this one on the right hand side is the character of D. Now this character, combined with different radicals, they oftentimes pronounce as T, like T 字 B T. This is all T. So this one also pronounced as T. Okay. Next one is 锗 germanium. Okay, germanium. Now germanium is an important semiconductor. Okay, it's an important semiconductor. It's in recent news actually, because its importance in semiconductors. Specifically, it's important in semiconductors used in military application, because this semiconductors created using this element can sustain high throughput. Okay, can sustain a lot of power. Okay, and to make the radar more powerful. So that's why it's important. Okay, so germanium, 锗. Okay, so it's a metal, but it's a semiconductor. Next one is U. Now U is tungsten. Wolfram. Okay, wolframine. Tungsten is, I think it's a common language term, but this is probably it's the official name for the element. Okay, so this one, it's the most common thing is this metal is used in tungsten light bulbs. Okay, the old style light bulbs. They use this element to make the light bulb. Okay, so this is because when you use this in the light bulb and make the current go through, and then this thing was lit up, and the it will actually the surface will start to evaporate and then create a film of like in a gas form, I think. And so that thing, when electricity go through, then it will be very bright. Okay, and so that's how it works. So that's the reason those tungsten light bulbs, after a while, so the threads will become thinner and eventually will break. Okay, so this is tungsten. Wu, wu. And the right hand side is the character called wu. Next one is ge. Now ge is chromium. Okay, chromium, chrome or chrome. Okay, chrome or chromium. Okay, so it's ge. Now this one is also is important additive for making special steels. Okay, making special steels, and it looks like this. Okay, so it's a shiny white kind of metal. Okay, 蓝白色. It's guys a 蓝白色. So this picture does not show, but it says has a tint of blue. Okay, the pure ge. Okay, pure chromium. So this is ge. Next one, nie. Nie. Now nie is nickel. Okay, nickel. So this one is also they oftentimes use to produce like a coin for money, right? And oftentimes also they coat it on other metals to as a protective layer, to prevent rust. Okay, so it's nickel. Because this is anti-rust, this metal, the chemical state is pretty stable. Okay, that's why they use this to protect other alloys. So this is a nie. Okay, so now this one, the right hand side is the character of nie. Okay, so to represent the sound. Okay, and so nie is the original meaning is referring to the device that ancient China used to indicating time, to measure time by measuring the shadow of a needle. Okay, so that kind of device called a nie is this thing. Okay, and also because that's you need the sunshine, bright sunshine. That's this metal also, it's very shiny, so that's I think I use that nie. It's fitting, right? Okay, so this is nie. Next one, bo. Bo. Now bo is platinum. It's a precious metal. Okay, precious metal, and bo. So because it's a precious metal and it's white, and so the Chinese people refer to as white gold, 白金. Okay, 白金. I think in English also sometimes a lot of people to call it white gold. Okay, sometimes they use this to make jewelries. So this is a bo. So on the right hand side is the character of bai. Now this bai in bai character, and combined with other radicals, oftentimes pronounced as bo. Okay, now next one, fan. Now fan is vanadium. Vanadium. So it's also a silvery white metal. Okay, and also is used to make some kind of steel alloy. Okay, so fan. Right hand side is the character of fan. Next one is pen. Now pen is not a metal. Okay, so it's non-metal, so that's why they use the stone radical. And the right hand side is the character of 朋友的朋, which is friend. Okay. Now 朋 is also used to make steel alloys, and also it's used in nuclear reactors. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay. So this is 硼. Next one, 硅. Now 硅 is silicon. Okay, silicon. Now silicon is a semiconductor. Okay, so this is an important material in semiconductor industry to make chips. Okay, so although this thing it exists in abundance in nature. Okay, like a sand, the major component of sand is actually this thing, silicon. So this is 硅. Next one is 硫. 硫 is sulfur. Okay, sulfur. So this one is also not a metal, so that goes with the stone radical. And the right hand side is the character of 硫. Okay, so pronounce 这个indicating pronunciation. Now, and they use this 硫 other than the for pronunciation is also because sulfur is often can be found nearby volcanoes. Okay, nearby volcanoes. And so yeah, and then it's when the volcano erupts and the sulfur will come out and in liquid form and flow out, so that's why they use this 硫. Okay, now this thing, when it's dry, when it's a solid form, it looks like this. It's yellow. Okay, it's yellow. So therefore now this thing, the Chinese discovered this quite early, and because it's yellow, so that's why they there's a word for this. It's called a 硫磺. 硫磺 is sulfur. Okay, and so this is actually the Chinese use this to make the gunpowder, right? So Chinese invented gunpowder. Now gunpowder, one of the elements of gunpowder is this sulfur. Okay, next one is 黄. It's the one that we just mentioned, 硫磺的黄. Okay, so put together they mean sulfur. Okay, next one, 汞. So 汞 is mercury. Okay, so or quicksilver, mercury. So in Chinese terms, there's another common word called 水银. 水银. Called as 水银 is because this thing in room temperature, it's actually in liquid form. So although this is a metal, the melting point is very low. So in the room temperature, it flows. Okay, it's in liquid form. And this thing it's poisonous. Okay, so it's 汞. Particularly its fume, it's very poisonous. 汞. Okay, now this thing the Chinese also discovered quite earlier, and the the Taoist practitioners, they spend a lot of time using this element and trying to make some kind of pill that pursuing not only longevity but pursuing everlasting life. Okay, by taking pills, made out of those mercury, and of course many people died from that. I think including the first emperor of China. Okay, a lot of people think that he actually died of poison of this element. Okay, mercury. And so this one, you can see that on the top is gong, which represented the sound. Okay, and the water on the bottom, which represented its form, which is liquid. Okay, gong. Next one is 本. Now 本 is a compound. Okay, it's a compound. It's a compound. The chemical structure is like this. Okay, so there's 6 carbon and 6 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. Okay, and they line up in this structure. Okay, this is a button. Now this thing is poisonous and colorless, but it evaporates very easily, and it's flammable. So this is dangerous stuff. It's very, very poisonous and can cause cancer. Okay, but this one is a important chemical compound in the chemical industry. Okay, so this is often a intermediate product for making other stuff. Okay, so this is button. Now this one, it goes with the grass radical, and then on the bottom is the character of 本. Okay, 本 means the plant's root. Okay, plant's root and stem, and so the original meaning of this character is it refers to the root and stem of plant, but now it basically used in naming chemical compounds. Okay. Next one, 锰. Now 锰 is magnesium. Magnesium. Okay. And I think this one. Okay. It's I think these things. I think it should put the English over there. Otherwise, I can't practice. Okay. Anyway, so this is a 锰. 锰is magnesium. Okay, it's 灰白色. It's a like a light gray kind of color. Okay, it's a metal. And the characteristic is like iron, but they don't they cannot be magnified. Okay, so this is 锰. Next one, 碳, carbon. Okay, carbon. So this is a very common element. Naturally, in the two forms, one is like this colorless form, so which actually is diamond. Okay, so diamond is pure carbon, and this is another form, which is a black substance. Okay, so both are pure. It's just that their structure of, the carbon atoms line up differently. Okay, and so this is a carbon, and that's it for today. So we learned 24 of them, and tomorrow we're gonna learn the other 24. Okay, and that's it. Thank you very much.